Ever since I was very young, my siblings and I were all big fans of Pokémon. I had a Nintendo 64 in my room, which I got to play games like Pokémon Stadium 2, which I just recently replayed, and we all watched the show. I fell in love with all of it. The artwork, the cards, the concept, they were all incredible to me and my little brain. I was familiar with the older games because of my older brother and his friend. I remember seeing the legendary Silver and Crystal version. Without playing the games, I thought they were so special, but I wasn't old enough to really understand and grasp the concept that was the games, and I didn't have my own Game Boy Color to play them. Fast forward to 2004 when I was about 7 years old. I went to my friend's house who lived right down the street. I told him I was just starting to get back into Pokemon again, and he said, "Oh, cool, then I want you to have this." And he hands over a shiny green cartridge titled Pokemon Leaf Green. I was so excited to stop hanging out with him just so I could go home and pop that sucker right into my Game Boy Advance SP that I got the previous year. I remember sitting in my backyard where all the neighborhood kids were over playing football with my older siblings, and I'm swinging on this chair, picking my very first Pokemon in my first playthrough ever, a Squirtle. While playing this game constantly, telling my friends in school about it and everything, they started showing me their games and the Pokemon they collected. Something that was so special back in the day. My problem with the current generation is lack of difficulty. I mean, there's almost nothing special about having any Pokemon. For example, I once caught an Aeron and it had the power equivalent to an actual rock. It couldn't beat Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with his arms tied behind his back in a fight. And sometimes it would take hours and hours just to train, just to be good enough to beat the next gym leader. So showing off an Aggron back in the day was a lot more impressive. Seemingly, that's pretty much lost nowadays, because now all you have to do is just throw that bitch in your party and then, boom, you're good to go. If you had a Lugia in Pokemon Emerald, you just had constant sex since almost no one else had it. With the current Pokemon games on Switch, it's looking like DLC is the way to go. Give us $30 and you'll get nearly every legendary in existence. In conclusion, I will say I don't hate the modern Pokemon games. There are many things I actually enjoy. Like, for example, the freedom of exploration, regardless of the bugginess, and other wild Pokemon stopping to watch your battle. That's actually amazing in my opinion. I just miss a time when having legendaries or high-level Pokemon was actually a bigger deal, and the games are just much easier nowadays. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I love this discussion and I love talking about the future of Pokemon.